I'm not a guru or a YouTube superstar. I can't show you how I built a huge channel and shoot that video poolside at a mansion. Actually, I tried, but the owners came home and kicked me out. What I can tell you is what I've learned not to do so that hopefully you can avoid those same mistakes and get where you want to be on YouTube a lot faster and avoid a lot of the headaches that I caused myself. How have I screwed up royally during my first year creating on YouTube? Let me count the ways. 12. We're going to go with 12. And actually, I need to make a correction here because I planned a YouTube channel close to 2 years ago. Oh, it was going to be fantastic. I had a name for my channel, spent a few days on a fancy logo and a background, researched a whole bunch of video ideas, made a list of a dozen or so to start with, comparison shopped for video editing software for weeks, wasted hours searching for a screen recorder or utility that would automatically show keyboard shortcuts on screen, because I was convinced that was a make or break issue. I was all charged up to make my first video. It was gonna be so awesome, except it wasn't. I had useful knowledge to share, stuff that had impressed people in real life and proven helpful to them when I'd shown it to them for years. But I couldn't make it interesting or even give a potential viewer that aha moment that I loved seeing when people made the connection in real life. Halfway through recording the video, I knew it sucked. I was bored to death making the thing. And if you're a teacher, preacher, or speaker and you can't get excited about what you're talking about, it's time to stop. I originally thought, let me just pick a different idea from my list, something that'll work better as a video. But as I went through there, I realized I wasn't just on the wrong street, I was in the wrong damn city. And there it sat, all my fancy new software, my cool recording setup, and my first two mistakes have reared their ugly heads already, and they're just waving like, hi Bob, failure again. Don't you know better by now? Mistake number 1. I committed to an idea without even test driving it, not even in my head. So I wasted a lot of time and effort and some money doing all these things to help a channel that would never exist. I could have avoided all that if I just walked through it in my head. More than just like, what is the point of this video, but how exactly am I going to get this whole message across and make it kind of interesting? You know, what are the words going to be? What will the visuals be that go along with it? How are we going to show it? You know, all the things that make a video a video. Better yet, I could have tried to make a single video with the equipment and knowledge that I had, and it would have been immediately clear as mud that this kind of video was not going to work, at least not for me, not right now. Mistake number 2 is I spent so much time shopping for software that met very specific criteria. Criteria that looking back shouldn't have been a deal breaker, but to me in that moment was absolutely make or break. It was close to a year later when I became desperate. Desperate because of a job situation that was sucking the life out of my soul with tremendous velocity. New channel, new plan. The first channel was going to be how-to advice and tutorials on a very specific piece of software that I knew very well. Since that idea had melted down in a glorious fire of boredom and disgust, I figured I better go in a completely different direction this time. I know, I'll do like a top 10 channel. I love those. Do interesting topics about things mostly Americana, people, presidents, I don't know, that kind of stuff. This is going to be so easy and so much fun. Yeah, you already smell mistake number 3 coming here, don't you? Well, don't get ahead of me now. Here's the thing. When you want to make a fact-based video, you got to do this little thing called research. Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to unless you're stuck on being accurate. So off I go researching. But even after I find the details I need, I find something else interesting and I go read about that and then the next thing. And it's 2 weeks later before I have the outline of the video put together. Ugh! Mistake number 3, exploring rabbit holes, and I still have trouble with this one. See, I want to share useful or interesting information with the world, and that's probably because I like to consume useful and interesting information. And if that's your jam, you probably also know how hard it is to stop yourself once you get what you need and not keep digging for stuff that you don't need. I have to tell myself, I'm in creator mode, I'm not in consumer mode. All right, for my first video, which will be a list of the oddest towns in America, I'm gonna make it faceless. I'll record a voiceover and then sync the images and clips with the voiceover, and voila, my masterpiece will be complete. Believe it or not, there ain't a lot of stock video or images out there of these very specific 7 towns in America, much less the very specific things that make them odd. But I gotta make sure I can change the image or video every 3 seconds. I read that somewhere or saw it in a video, so I gotta find every possible image that exists to make this work. Maybe Google Earth Pro can help. Let's spend a week trying to figure that out. Oh, maybe Google Earth Studio, 3 more days. Oh, and edits. What are these different edits? Transitions? Let's do these. No, that's too many. That's too much going on, but it's still boring. Text, yeah, that'll help. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. No, I better go back and change all that. dump all this and start over. Now let's spit out a transcript so we can have accurate subtitles. Oh no, the transcript has some words wrong. Sheesh, let's go fix that. And that whole chunk of insanity defines mistake number 4, obsessing over everything. I keep having to tell myself the advice that I've heard repeatedly. Sometimes good is good enough. Published is better than perfect. I can't be careless, it just isn't me. But I can force myself to obsess a little bit less over the details. And then I find a mistake that seems like the end of the world to me, but other people don't even seem to notice. Or someone else points out a misspelling that I completely overlooked because I didn't proofread it 11 times like usual, and I'm crushed. Stick with me, I haven't even uploaded this video yet, and that's where a whole bunch of mistakes happened. Yeah, I shit the bed big time in that part. For whatever reason, I had installed TubeBuddy and vidIQ before I ever uploaded a single video. Why? So I had no idea what the upload screen was even supposed to look like. But with these two add-ons in the mix, I had words and options and colors and explanations coming at me from all over the place. Okay, title, check. Description, check. Thumbnail, yeah, spent a day fussing with every single pixel to make that perfect, but it's ready to upload. Yay me! Tags, I need tags? What are all these tags then? Oh, those are suggestions from TubeBuddy. No, they're suggestions from vidIQ. I don't know. Well, I click one and the screen jumps and I don't know where I'm at anymore, but I'm getting this video out tonight. Okay, all the boxes are filled in and checked and whatnot. Now let's go. Cards and screens. Oh dear Lord, what's this all about? Oh, it's mistakes number 5 and 6. See, mistake number 5 was having no clue what the upload process looked like, what YouTube requires and what it offers. Some of the fields are straightforward. Some are things I should have put a little thought into before I ever got to the point of actually uploading. But I'm extra lost because I made mistake number 6, which was installing TubeBuddy and vidIQ, both before I had ever seen what the YouTube upload process looked like naked. They're both great tools, don't get me wrong, but with both of those tools and all the extra words and colors and icons and stuff that they offer mixed in with all the standard YouTube stuff, I couldn't figure out which way was up. Okay, my first video is uploaded. It's all gravy now, right? Do another one, and before I know it, Mr. Beast will be showing up in a Lambo to drop off my gold play button, right? Of course not. And I'm realistic, so I wasn't even thinking that way despite being a YouTube naive virgin. Seriously, this will take time, but I think I've got the process down at this point. Just keep making videos, the results will follow. One video after another, it was taking me forever to get a single video finished. How the heck am I supposed to put out one video a week when it takes me 2 weeks to make a single video? Let's get a voiceover guy, since my voice is so obnoxious and it does take me some time to record the perfect voiceover without a single or ah. Anyway, hey, I like this guy, he's pretty cheap, done. Oh, look at all these Fiverr sellers who will make a complete listicle video for me if I just give them a topic. It's a little pricey for my means, but hey, it's an investment. Looky here, the finished products are coming in. All right, this one needs a few tweaks, but it's okay. This one is total garbage. How could anyone think this is usable? This one is using B-roll that has nothing to do with what the video is talking about. Hey, this one's really good. Ooh, let's use this seller again. Who is it? Okay, all right, Super Raj Vids. All right, got to redo the voiceover on that one. Try to salvage what we can from this other one. Totally trash these two. All right, cool. Let's try giving these editors a script and specific instructions and let them just do the video part. Meanwhile, someone I know in real life says, whose voice is that on your last few videos? And I'm like, oh, I hired a voiceover guy because, my voice is obnoxious and it saves me some time. The answer was, oh no, your voice is fine, but I don't like this new voiceover guy at all. What the? Oh, look, Super Raj Vids delivered the second video I ordered. I can't wait to see this. His first one was so good. This is going to be how I make progress and get this thing going. This is it. Wait, what? This video sucks. I paid too much to just scrap it, but it's so bad. The first video was so good. What happened? And why are these Fiverr video editors so obsessed with putting in my colors and logo and begging people to subscribe in the first 10 seconds, even though I've told them specifically not to, rather than, oh, I don't know, making a video that makes sense or has visuals that are kind of related to the subject? Okay, getting someone to do the voiceovers, trashing that idea. Getting someone to do the video part, not going well. Maybe I can cut down on research if I get a script writer. Off to multiple platforms we go. All right, this script is decent. This one's so-so. Now this one is word for word stolen from a blog post. How do I know? Whenever I got a script back, I would go do my researching and sleuthing to make sure it was accurate and that it wasn't plagiarized. And this one, I shit you not, was verbatim jacked from some website. The freelancer apologizes, explains that she was busy, sick, abducted by aliens or whatever, and had someone else helping and they didn't do a very good job. Yeah, right. Now this other freelancer is asking a lot of questions. Seems like they might be legit, and sure enough, she is. She wrote a well-researched, factually accurate, grammatically correct article that sucked as a YouTube script. Not her fault at all. She never claimed to be a video script writer. I went a different way because I was so tired of all the poorly researched articles and the, blatant plagiarism. So I was looking for somebody that wasn't in the video world. But once I chop out everything in this article that just really doesn't work, I'm left with like a paragraph. Marvelous. And all of that just about sums up mistake number 7. Outsourcing all wrong. Like too soon, bouncing from task to task, and using Fiverr for projects I was counting on being completed. If I were going to do this again, and I'm not, I would set up like a test project that I would send out to maybe 3 or 4 different freelancers, see what they come back with. The ones that come back with something decent, I would send them a follow-up test project and do that a couple of times until I see that there's someone that I can count on. But I wouldn't send a project that I was depending on and planning to publish on a given date, at least not until I felt confident that they could deliver. At this point, I'm about 3 months in. It's still taking me at least a week to put together a decent video, and by the time I publish it, I'm so sick of it, I never want to see it again. I've had a few decent videos, one that got 75,000 views, and that's where mistake number 8 smacked me in the head. I didn't know any more about playlists or end screens or cards than I did in the beginning. Oh, I thought I knew a thing or two, but I was wrong. I had one big video, and if I knew how to leverage those features, I could have taken some of that traffic on a trip to some of my other videos and grown things a little bit better. But sadly, this was months before I would see Daniel Batal explain this in a way that clicked for me. So that ship has sailed. My big video is old and not getting a whole lot of attention anymore. While I know I need to upload consistently, and my goal was 1 video a week, I just can't make it happen. It's still taking me way too long to put together a video. Ooh, look at all these people saying there's this tool you can just feed a script into and it'll assemble a video of relevant visuals and cuts and do all the work. Maybe that's the answer. Let's spend days exploring that. Sounds too good to be true. But if I don't try it and then find out this was the magic answer, I'll be the idiot, right? Possibly, but I'm an idiot either way, and as it turns out, the videos that these tools are spitting out are pretty much a lot like the turds I'm getting from the editors on Fiverr. Gee, I wonder if those Fiverr guys are churning out crappy videos using tools like this. Nice one, Bob. You've just unknowingly dipped out a cup of crappy content from 2 ends of the same cesspool and wasted a lot of time doing it. Time you could have spent actually getting better and more efficient at doing the work, or just making crappy videos that so many other channels seem to be perfectly content with. No, that's not me. Keep on grinding. I'm seeing videos about all these different cameras. I do need a camera. I mean, even though I'm making faceless videos right now, if I added some like talking head footage in there, that might cut down on the amount of stock footage and visuals and specific videos and clips that I need. That'll make things go faster, right? Yeah, let's spend several days comparison shopping every camera that was ever made to see which one's best. Shoo, can't afford that. I can use my phone camera, right? Oh, but it's such a pain to figure out what's in the frame when I use the rear-facing camera, and that one's way better than the front-facing camera, so that's the one I gotta use, right? Oh, look, my new camera that I can't afford's here. Yay! Now, how the heck do I use it? Let's spend another day on that. Holy crap, I can't find a spot where I like what's in the background, and what is up with this lighting? Time to watch hours worth of videos to figure this stuff out. Great, now some lights I can't afford are on the way. Now he said one above and one beside, but she said one at 10 and one at 2. Okay, now I have lights pointing in so many different directions. Is this what a rave is like? Where's that Molly girl? You might have picked up on mistake number 9. And if you haven't, please give me your undivided attention as I confess to being afflicted with shiny object syndrome. Look, I love technology and finding new things. It's kind of the point of this channel. But if I had a time machine, I'd go back to the day I met my first wife and do something different that day. Wait, no, that's too far back. I would stay focused on sharpening my skills to create a good video to the point that I could comfortably produce one a week, and then only use spare time in excess once that video is produced to go exploring different tools and things. A lot of people refer to this as putting in the reps. Some say it's practice makes perfect or things get easier as you go along. All of those are true, but I see it through the lens of a different analogy. See, it takes about 9 months to have a baby. You can't put 9 women on the job and get it done in a month. The point is, all the time that I spent looking at gee whiz tech and trying to figure out how it could help me was time I wasn't investing in developing the skills I needed to do the work and understand what I was doing and where the inefficiencies were actually lurking. Maybe if I just took what I had and what I knew and made the damn video, maybe I could have gotten them done in a couple of days and gotten much better and much faster much sooner. But the time I spent looking at and playing with shiny new objects was stopping the clock on my progress toward finishing the video that I should have been working on instead. It's been about 6 months and I just didn't see this getting any better. I have other things in life that need my attention and other projects and channels that I'm completely ignoring because I'm spending too much time on this one. And this channel, by the way, doesn't necessarily have a lot of monetization options other than ad revenue. There aren't any obvious affiliate products to promote on this channel. There isn't a really good product that I can create in line with this content, and it doesn't lend itself to building a community. Not impossible, but not optimal either. Yikes, what am I doing? Well, mistake number 10 is that I didn't think through how I was going to monetize this channel beyond YouTube ads. If I had, I might have chosen a different niche, or I might have figured out a different way to put together videos on this kind of content that would have been more open to different kinds of options. And mistake number 11 was trying to start multiple channels at the same time. Yeah, I know, everyone says don't do that, and I did it anyway. I'll just grind harder, I thought. Maybe normal people can only handle one, but I'm an overachiever, I'll be fine. Wrong. My head is filled with ideas for every channel and every project I've got going on. The problem is my clock is that of a mere mortal with only 24 hours in any day, and I just can't get it all done. I can't execute on most of what I come up with. If I was only doing one channel, I'd be able to go a lot harder on that channel instead of trying to spread myself across 2, 3, 4, whatever projects I'm working on. Around 11 months in, I had 850 subscribers and about 8,000 hours of watch time. I'm approved for the partner program under the new requirements. All I needed to start making that sweet YouTube ad income was another 150 subscribers. All the views I'm getting now and all the videos I'm making, they're basically for free at this point. I mean, these videos and views would be making something if I just had 150 more subs. At the rate I'm going of about 1 new subscriber a day, sometimes 0, it's going to be another 6 months before I can start getting a share of whatever these videos are earning. I just need to get over this threshold. Before you even think it, no, I didn't do something super stupid like going and buying fake subs off some website or something. I mean, I've invested almost a year in this thing. I'm not going to completely throw it in the trash by doing something that violates YouTube's terms of service. What I did, however, was almost as stupid, just not against the rules. I used the promotions tab to push an existing video to get more exposure and naturally the subscribers that would come with it. I know. If you can't grow your channel organically, you have no business using the pay to play promotions tab because once the ad stops, you'll be right back where you were. I get it. I got it then. I just wanted to get over that damn hump and get a cut and feel like I wasn't a failure, a feeling I'm quite familiar with. So I picked the video, one that has a good click-through rate and decent watch time, set up the promo, and we're off to the races. And nothing really happens. And I'm thinking this is fine. I only have to pay if my video is shown, so at least it's not costing me a fortune. I'm only out the time that I spent setting up the promo. The next morning I wake up and I now have 1,600 subscribers. This is awesome. But the promoted video didn't do very much all that day. Okay, maybe this is YouTube seeing that I'm on track to outspend my budget and they're throttling things back. No worries. But hey, I'm over that magic 1K. I'll finally start seeing some revenue. Then the next morning, I've got like 2,400 subscribers. What the heck is going on here? My watch time is awful, like averaging a few seconds on a 7-minute video. What in the world? I know YouTube wouldn't send me garbage traffic, but this is kind of feeling like I've gone to some website and bought bot views and subs for like $1 million for $4 or something. What's going on here? Oh wow, almost all my new subs are from India. Well, that explains why it's slow during the day here in the US and blows up at night when it's daytime in India. The watch time is terrible, and there's almost nothing in the way of comments or likes, but all these new subscribers, don't get that at all. But dang it, when I set up the profile, I know I use the filters for like English speaking and whatnot, and here we'll find mistake number 12B. See, mistake number 12 was doing the promo in the first place, not for any of the reasons that I already knew, but because the revenue is so small, the ad cost me more than I'm making. If I had just let things ride, I would not have missed out on any revenue like I thought I was. Part B of mistake number 12 is I apparently set this ad to run in multiple countries, including India. You know, with a population like 4 times that of the US. I guess I thought English speaking was good enough of a filter. Obviously not. Look, I have nothing against India or the people of India. God bless you all. The problem is that my watch time tanked. I did a subsequent test promo and filtered just for the US, and what I found there is no, my subs and views didn't skyrocket, but my watch time didn't plummet either. Also, the vast majority of my new subscribers from India aren't watching any of my videos. So I have to wonder if YouTube's taking some signals from how my subscribers respond to my content, and I have all these subscribers that are not watching, that's probably having a negative effect on my organic exposure. Great job, Bob! Listen, I made a lot of mistakes in my YouTube adventures. These are the ones that sort of shine the brightest, or maybe the dullest, and I hope they help you find success by avoiding some of the dumb things I've done.